TimberBorn and episode 16. I've been having some IT issues, I guess, last week at this point, and I had a different IT issue to the last video, but I have already played some of this and the footage was messed up. So we're going again. I don't know what was going on with my computer yesterday. Completely different problem to the last video, but at some point the monitor resolution got screwed up, and again I only captured part of the screen. So clearly this week has not been my week for technology. So we're going again, and I'll try and take you through what I planned to do and what I laid out and what we got done. Something that I learnt, and I'm going to exploit that. And Unexpected Bill, you commented the same thing pretty much just as I had learnt it. The Badwater domes that the Folktails have are not like the equivalent for the Iron Teeth. They do not keep water flowing when it's a drought, so these are useless. So I'm going to delete them and recover the resources. So we're going to need to do a little bit of kind of gaming stuff so we can get the resources back. Yeah, I am going to cheat a little bit to get these back. We're going to essentially push them all to where we have platforms that the beavers can then pick the resources up from. So yeah, if you don't like this, tough. Basically, we need to get these resources back, and when I actually found this out, I was mightily annoyed. It's entirely my fault. I'm kind of shocked that I got this far through building them before someone else corrected me. So yeah, they do not do what the equivalent does for the Iron Teeth. So that's kind of an issue for this colony. So the other thing, because I'm slightly changing what we're doing for now, I'm going to delete this stuff and this stuff, at least to there. So, that'll become clear in a bit. Yeah, so there's a whole load of resources there for them to pick up now. We probably need to, and we're going to need it anyway. I'm going to put in a large pile for metal beams, and we will essentially re-export all of those metal beams that we brought in to make the things. The gears we'll keep because the gears are useful for doing stuff. Because of that, we are going to need to put in a bunch of windmills instead. So I'll let them finish building this last water wheel, but powering this colony is going to rely on wind instead. And that means we'll need to put in some sort of power storage as well. And I think we'll probably build that up over here. So in preparation for that, we're going to need to get over this power connection. So I will unpause the game in a bit. I'm just getting myself organized, and yeah, let's tier the windmills. I kind of like that look. So oh, there are almost some tiers today. I had got to the point of editing this video when I realized that the footage was essentially useless. yeah, that's mega frustrating. So in terms of priorities, I'm going to deprioritize those until we get power, the new power solution built over here. We're still getting that built, and we're still getting this built. So did I did do a little test of bringing water down here, and it worked okay. I think probably we want to bring water back here. There might be worth actually removing that little nodule so we can have a flat area up here. And I've planned out, I'm actually going to extend. I probably need to move that. When I tested it, I found that not that much water got diverted into the that water system. So we're going to put in a couple of extra 1 high floodgates just to almost act. Let's line them up nicely to act as kind of a water stop, so that we can just redirect some of this into here. So, yeah, we'll tackle some more of this later. These guys have got plenty to be doing, and they will have even more. The other thing that I want to do is this area is essentially useless. All it does is trap bad water sometimes. You can see it's still slightly bad from the last bad tide that we had. So what we're going to do is step 1 is just going to be to terraform straight across here and block it off. And we're going to do the same over here because this dip is essentially useless as well. Yeah, like that. This knowledge that we can't force bad tide to flow permanently is going to force us to rely a lot more on this approach. I was going to build a whole load more water wheels here. They feel yet less useful now, so I don't think I'm going to do that. And almost tempted to go back to plan A that we had and just shoot this bad water off of the map. And we could have it not be polluted. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. Realize I've been rambling for 10 minutes and we've done almost nothing. Right, the other thing, last time we put in these water pumps, and that's cool. So I want to we've got enough metal blocks to finish one of these off. Problem is getting it moved. Now there are 2 solutions to that. There was another thing that I did which I want to redo. Do that over here. I increased the width of this. So let's put the path in to do that. Because I'm not comfortable with, particularly when there's a bad tide, how high this gets. So let's plan that in. We'll need to remove this. But once I actually... we'll get there as we get there. But yeah, what I thought about doing is something slightly cheaty, but I think it's worthwhile. Could actually make it a bit easier on myself. Let's do that. I'm going to move that water tank to be over with our other water tanks, I think. And this is good because it's different to what I did last time. So, right, yeah, we're going to put that there. water. That'll use up some of the metal blocks, but okay, let's prioritize that. Let's start time rolling. So yeah, I'm going to remove this, and then what we're going to do is we need them to place that explosives. We'll get to it. We will get to it. Yeah. This is in. We had problems with power for this system. We have problems, not we had problems. And I'm trying to think about how to deal with that. And I've got a slightly crazy idea. Which is to blast this away. Got another even crazier idea. Right. But I remembered something that I need to do. So I need to put back the staircase for the Drought farm. And I also want to build another farmhouse. Now, do I need to have that farmhouse on stilts? Not necessarily, but I kind of like the look of it. So we're going to put in another efficient farmhouse. And I'm going to high prioritize building that so we can make use of it. What was I doing? I'm actually pondering, because that's almost empty. I'm thinking that we shuffle the carrots across to this one. So we swap this to be carrots. And we empty this one. And we blast down a 3x3 and we put in... Connecting them might be fun. We put in the medium horizontal framed flywheels. So the ones that we are using, so we could do those, we could do a big stack of those. Or we could use, so these ones, or we could use the vertical ones, but I think we'll use the horizontal ones. Kind of like that idea. We need to be shifting water out of these. So let's do that. That's done. So the other project that I want to do, there are a couple actually. I want to get across here and turn this into farmland, because this district is always a little bit short of food. And so instead of relying constantly on importing it, we will start growing it. But I also want to, don't know if you remember, I think I spoke about connecting these pumps up to this. So that's what we're going to do with that. So we'll run a little strip of dynamite along there so that they can do that. And then a bunch of it. This is too far to use bridges, unfortunately. And until we've, well, when we eventually get control of the bad water, they could go on the ground, but that's so far away that we just need to do this kind of thing. And we need to get up here. Do I flatten it? No, we're gonna keep the three-dimensionality. We should let's bring that down a couple more and across there. That probably doesn't use any less, but feels neater. And we'll then delete that. It makes the path slightly neater because we can run the path like that and like that and like that. I'm going to throw in a lumberjack flag to cut these down. So you might as well. It's only birch trees, but You know, wood is wood, as they say. Do they say that? Do they say wood is wood? I doubt they do. And we can't make this any deeper, I don't believe. No, but what I am going to do is reshape it so that it's more or lesser, smaller. That's the word. Something like that. So we then want explosives running in there so that we can fill it with water. Up here, once they've cleared some of the trees, we are going to blast a hole for a water dump, and then we're going to farm this whole area to improve that. I did turn off the cutting on those. Did I turn off the cutting on these? I did not. So let's do that. Yeah, I'm not happy with the food situation over here. So growing a few more chestnuts will probably help. But it would be nice if we had some more. And something that I've learned from watching Random Kiwi Gamer is as long as they can get to build these stairs, then the foresters will make use of them even without a path. So that we're going to plant some more trees up here using that method. Those set to be cut? They are not. Get those cut down. And while we're setting the cut area, we'll set that for the new bit. So yeah, get those cut, please, beavers. That. Okay. Okay. Here comes the drought. And with the drought coming, we will get farmers going. And we've got lots of carrots. So what I think we want to grow is wheat and potatoes, because we're always short of potatoes and they're a pretty good staple food. And what if we... Yeah, we're growing all of the crops. So we're going to grow a decent sized patch of wheat and an equally decent sized patch of potatoes. They can get to work on that. Let's remove those. Can a farmer get to there? They can. So let's put some more potatoes in there. And I guess we could try and farm this. I think it will dry out sooner. Oh, we didn't put the carrots in here. We took out the contamination barriers. Thank you to whoever reminded me of that. I had actually done it before you pointed it out. But yeah, definitely something we needed to do. And yeah, they're getting the explosives in here, which is cool. So the other thing that I'm thinking of doing, once we've got these built, still a long way off. I do want to try and focus. I'm going to put in a bad water rig here and get rid of these 2 water pumps. Because these water wheels are not important to our power grid at all. And otherwise we're relying on importing it, which is not great. So yeah, once we've got these explosives in, we're basically going to run platforms around here. And we'll be able to place a warehouse or a pile on here and use it to transfer things. We could maybe have one of each. These, we can get one of these guys going. That's empty now. So like, turning into a completely different episode. Which is not a bad thing, you know? Not a bad thing. We'll get that done. I'm going to give that and the explosives a little bit of priority so that we can be making use of this water. We can keep you pumping. And yeah, I'm really... We could actually do it from this colony. I'm really tempted to start throwing bad water out that way. We could actually then terraform a bunch of this and recover the land. Interesting. Knowledge is power, as they say. I know this explosives is all here. We are going to detonate it once we've got a few more jobs done. That's all in. So let's detonate that. Are we farming? We are farming. We are farming. So the big project that we're going to tackle, and it's going to take us quite a while, I think, is I want to, based on how this worked, we're going to try and change this side of the map. I also thank you for the comment about me saying I'm being efficient and then not being by placing these two levees here. It's fine, it doesn't matter. Going to delete you. I want you to be built at some point, so we're going to give you a little bit of priority. And you. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a warehouse and a large tank here, or a medium tank. We're going to put explosives in here. We're going to have that set to obtain. We're going to put extract in here. We're going to have that set to obtain. We're going to put a path in. I don't know whether I should try and stockpile enough explosives first. I don't know if I should focus on doing the main bits first. I'm not sure. But what we're going to do is we are going to build a river system into the map. Here. We may as well cut these down. So do that. And this is going to be a process. This is definitely going to be a process. Yeah, what are these guys? They're short of planks. Everything is short of planks, always. Even though we built all this extra plank production. They're making planks. These guys are making gears. This guy doesn't have planks. But looks like someone's going to bring in planks. There he goes. So, right, yeah, up here, we should now be able to plant more oak trees. So, I am also aware that, let's put that in as well. Thinking about the mega build series and how we are running out of wood, that we do need to be looking to farm more wood. And maybe this would be a good option for that. Did you see what I did there? I know. Yeah, that might work for that. So we'll see. Oh, I've cut myself off from this because I was too excited to explode at some things. Let's put another staircase in there. We can get rid of that one now. And we can delete this path. let's do that. There we go. And all of this. And yeah, that should just help with that. You know, I really wasn't comfortable with how close we were to the edge on things. Wondering if I should put in another explosives factory with all of the explosives work we're going to be doing. Could put one in over here. Because we produced the bad water over here. I'm doing that thing where I stack up ridiculous amounts of building again, I know. I'm sorry. Landscaping, explosives factory, and then we can just link power around the side for now. We might end up having to do something neater, but for now we can just do that. Or even better, that. Do we need to worry? There's metal blocks in there. We definitely want to get those picked up while we're in a drought. Yes, I am aware. I am making everything a priority, and that means nothing is a priority. Actually, it would probably be better. We'd have to do 2 lots of stairs to get over there to do this. There we go. So let's prioritize that. Oh, our new water tank is in, so we can empty this water tank and delete it. Cover the resources from it, which is cool. And, get some metal back and get some metal over into this jobby. And get that finished. It would help if we unpause one of the things that we've just allowed to start pumping water. So there's a little bit of bad water got in here because it flows through under here. But if we changed how this works, that would fix that, wouldn't it? It would. It would. So what are our builders up to over here? They're helping pick up all of the stuff, even though we have a full complement of haulers. Okay. Want to max that out. Maxed out. I might going to. That's the packaged food that we're making. Going to start bringing that in, but I want to focus on just the things that we need, which kind of we are, I think. Going to build another warehouse for those packaged foods. It's those ones actually, isn't it? Let's give that a bit of priority. Yeah, I picked the wrong ones. Those ones. Okay. Yeah. All right. That explosives is in, so let's detonate that. That bit. Actually, it's quite good that it's getting to be night time because we need to delete the bridge. You, because we need to put a piece of explosives under there, and we are going to then change it to be a symmetrical bridge that's 3 by 3. So I prioritized that. That's empty. We can delete it, and then we need to build some platforms around this. There we go. And let's get them to pick all of that junk up, do that medium. There we go. Because if everything is high priority, nothing is high priority. And I've been really bad for that lately, so. Right. Well, that's in. Let's actually try and get some stuff done, shall we? So, I actually think that we might be better to use the vertical ones and then build on top of them. Just thinking in terms of ease of connecting in. So actually we probably only want double dynamite there. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll put 3 vertical mediums across there. That'll give us some power reserve. So, and while that's disconnected, we don't need that anymore. What we can do is path. We can connect you up to this side and make use of the supply of bad water still. Right, that's in. So let's detonate that. It's temporarily going to delete that piece of path so we don't get issues with having districts connected without crossings, and we'll do that. Okay, so yeah, this method is a little bit borderline cheaty, but sometimes I just find this is such an inefficient mechanism that, yeah, we're doing this. So did we get in all of our contamination barriers? We did. Apart from those, they'll get to those. They're not urgent. They're not urgent. So up this area up here, actually they've now got it in, which is cool. I'm thinking that actually we make this into an aquatic garden. So we basically let's terraform it square. We basically we do not need to put you in. Yeah, we cut a let's put you there. We do that, and then we can have an aquatic garden, and we can use that to feed either set of beavers. And if we're blocking off across here, the only time it will get close to being contaminated is in a bad tide, and because this is terrain, we can put contamination barriers all the way around it. So that'll be cool, because we let's say we do need to be improving our food production. Actually, we've got 17 days left of the drought. If I hadn't deleted that, we could maybe farm some of this land. And if I put a farmhouse here, I could farm some of this. Drought farm 2? Anyone? Beulah? Beulah? Drought farm 2. Yeah, we're kind of short of beavers over here, but we need to improve our food production. And until we get this farm in, kind of a way we're going to do it. So, yeah. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Right, so this guy is starting to clear trees, and we can start to plan explosives. So, step 1 is to capture, why is that? Because I need to put path across, that's okay. To try and capture all of the water coming out of this. not full. So we need to place a line of explosives like that. Do that. So, and I'm going to do this a little bit slower. So when I first attempted this video, I basically laid everything out, and that kind of didn't work out great for me. So yep, we're just going to try and get one crop of wheat off of here. I think we need wheat storage. Yeah, so let's put in, and realistically we're not going to end up with explosives stored in vast quantities at the moment, so let's change that over to be wheat. Yeah, awesome. So I'm saying so a lot again. We need them to build these platforms. Let's speed the game up. I've been playing on double time, not triple time. Stop saying so. What are they getting? I guess they're going under there. And this is getting more and more toxic because of the bad water in it. But let's just do a real basic, quick carrot crop. Just to get some more food. As I say, we always tend to sit at about 500 food here, and that's just not very much. And we have wheat, we have bakeries. Do we have our own grist mill over here? Yeah, we do. We have a grist mill, so we're just not producing enough wheat, which is an issue. Maybe if we recover some of this land, we could farm over here. Maybe. So much building work queued up. I'm not even sure what the builders over here are working on. They're still clear. They're still tidying up. Jeez. Okay. I'm thinking that I might come back in a bit when we've made some more progress, because I have a lot of building work queued up. So I think I should get a load of that done and not waste your time with me rambling through not doing very much. So I'll be back in a bit. Literally, as I said that, the thing that I want to do is cropped up. So I'm just going to show you that, and then I'll go. So what we're going to do is we're going to high prioritize building that. We're going to set it to obtain, and we're going to set it to metal blocks. We actually need to build an underground pile for metal blocks. So let's put that there. To supply. Are all of these set to supply? Because they should be. Because these are kind of overflow storage. Quite a lot of dirt. Yeah, I'm going to pause that for now. We don't really need that running. Pause you as well. And if I was worried about bad water, we could put a bad water pump in here. Pull the bad water out as well. But I'm not too worried about that. We'll just see if we can get a crop of carrots off of here. Or two. Yeah. So the way this is going to work, and I'm waiting for them to build it so that we can then prioritize it by haulers as well. So we connect it to this side. We prioritize by haulers. and we fill it. So these guys will come flying along. They'll put loads of metal in, and then we delete this path. We connect the path up this way. We set it to supply, and they build it to build these. So I'm actually going to give that a bit of priority so that they do it once we've got all this metal. So we've got in this district, we've got not that. I thought we had a lot more metal than that. We've got a decent amount. We've probably got enough. We need 68. So yeah, we've got enough. So once they get up to about 60, there we go, 69, the magic number. A bit higher, 68 anyway. Stop taking metal out of there. There we go. So now we set it to supply or even empty. Oh, cool, we're reconnected. So going to disconnect this way again and reconnect it here, because that's how we had it working before. But it's kind of cool that if we need to, we can do that. And let's high prioritize building that. We can get that done then before the drought ends, which will be really cool. And you can be deleted, and I'll get them to come and pick the logs up. So yeah, how's me wheat doing? It's almost grown in. It's good. We've got a storage for it, which is good. Carrots are growing. Some carrots are dying from the concentration of the bad water. That's just kind of what it is. So unless we if we're going to use this as a drought farm, let's plan to use it as a drought farm and help out with that. So we'll give that moderate priority. If we pull the bad water out as well, that will stop that getting more concentrated. Yeah, so are they nearly done with that? They are. We'll just let them finish this up, and then I'm going to jump ahead some time so that there we go. So yeah, that's this one capped. So the way they work, they open and they close, but unlike the Iron Teeth one, when they're open, they don't force flow during a drought. As you can see, nothing comes out. So, but we're going to close it because that's part of our plan for cleaning up the map. So we've got 2 more to go. I'm going to actually make those normal priority now so that they do get to work on those. And right, you're done. So you can go back to being normal. We make most of our metal in this district, so but it can just be a normal metal store until we build up a bit of a supply again, and then we'll do the same thing. Yeah, so I'll be back in a bit. And we should have maybe done our drought farm up here where we've not got the bad tide. Yeah, maybe that was a bad choice, because we're kind of concentrating the bad water down here by pumping out. We'll get bad water out as well. It'll be great. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back in a bit. One had a really good idea. I'm apologizing because, again, I haven't checked your name. But basically, because everything has to come through this junction to load up the easy well-being things. And so that's essentially placing all of the decoration type stuff. We've already got the farmer. but we can do that. We can do a bit of roof, and probably roof would actually be more effective to put on a platform like that. Just put a bit of roof there, kind of as an entrance to the main part of the colony. We could maybe do a bulletin pole there. Can they build that? They probably can. They probably can't. They can't see it. So for the interests of really, I don't know. I'm going to put it on. There we go. Let's give these guys a bit of a boost in well-being. Although they're actually at 19. 13. Okay. So the packaged foods basic are not actually making their way across yet. I seriously am considering another district crossing for this district. I need to get into the trains. I keep talking about this on both saves. I need to get into the trains at some point. Oh, we're out of water, so let's get these guys into harvest mode. I don't know how successful this was, but hopefully we got some food out of it. We don't have that much storage for carrots. I mean, this stuff is all green still for whatever reason, so maybe we should be dropping some farming down here we've got a farm there. We had a staircase. I guess it's green because we've got water here, maybe. I don't know. We are working on this project to improve our farming capacity anyway, so yeah, they're actually growing still. Some of them are growing still, so that's okay. Only some of them are dying. So. Cool. Do we need to think about, or yeah, we do. We're full on carrots now. If we got a warehouse, we could turn that over to carrots. Let's do that. What's that one? It's wheat flour. Let's prioritize these guys by haulers and yeah. I'm not doing very good at going away and making progress, am I? I know. So where are we? We probably want to cancel planting any more potatoes. We don't have any potato storage, probably because I keep swapping stuff around, don't I? So let's make that not bread, potatoes. And we need to build a large warehouse for potatoes. My priority, potatoes. I'll set that to supply. But that should at least allow them to start clearing this. Let's detonate this and start placing the next lot. There we go. And then we'll get to doing whatever we do with that. 8 days with a decent amount of water. We're getting the wheat cut, which is good. And let's make sure that we are manage distribution. That's cattail roots. There's wheat. Let's make sure that we do import some wheat because we're going to have an excess. Have we got? Yeah, we've got number 2 built. so just this one to go. That's cool. That's going to make quite a big difference, I think. The other thing that's going to make quite a big difference would be if we get across here and get these explosives placed. And we also need to then be able to block off with terraforming. Which is kind of annoying because I've built this there now. Oh well. Explosives are all nearly in, and they are close enough all nearly in that I think we should get this set up. So we need to build some aquatic farms, and we're going to do those on platforms. Put that there. So food, aquatic farmhouse. I think we're going to need two, and I think, do we do it so that each district, let's do that. Let's do it so each district contributes to the aquatic farming. Actually, we should do it the other side of that bridge because I had planned to fill that in. But then we need to get water in. We can do, and then we need to put in, actually we should put that inside as well, because I want to put contamination barriers around the outside. So let's do it here. And that doesn't work, does it? Unless we put a ladder there as well. Some path. Then it works. But for this one, what we'll do is we'll put the ladder there, and we'll put the aquatic farmhouse that way around. And then we can put in contamination barriers for when we get to bad tide. So what I should probably do so that the bigger district can build those is start from here and put a path all the way around. We will slowly work on doing that. We do need a way of getting water in. And we could either water dump it, or we could mechanical pump. Or we could put a floodgate in. If we're going to put a floodgate in, we need to make a lock system. So let's do that. And we need to do that. We will need a water dump, and we can just throw a water dump next to this, mainly just to keep things topped up. It's not going to keep it full, but we can use it to keep things topped up. Actually, we should probably put that over here. Right, they're working on that. The farming is reducing slowly as things dry out, but they are still able to farm. It meant that these guys have got a lot more food, which is good. That is good. How are we looking on the last one of these? We've got all of the metal blocks, so we need gears and planks next. So what we can do is we can make use of the gear and plank production in both colonies, because this colony has a reasonable amount of gears and planks. This colony has a reasonable amount of gears and planks, so actually we don't need to do that. We just need to get them to build the darn thing, which they're doing. So let's just give it some priority and get them to get to work. The other thing, if we're going to turn this into a forest, we want to clear this down a level. So, and we'll need a contamination barrier around it as well. Not a big problem. And I'm just thinking that now we've got terraforming, rather than doing this, we could start to make this island bigger. We could maybe square this island off a bit. And if we could blast down another layer, we could make it so that we have water channels here. Right. Path. Here. There we go. I need to get into... Eventually, we need to get to bots as well. So, I can now get to that. So, let's give that some priority. I guess we could actually replace... No, we can't go any deeper. We could do this and make it a bit wider. There we go. And then let's say we need to terraform across here. We plan that in. Going backwards. From there. 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 Then we need to get to that, which is going to be a little bit of a faff, but there's contamination barriers. We can do that. We can only do this during a drought, so we need to be aware of that. And probably what I actually want to do is rotate those so that they build them from this side. There we go. But yeah, we can only do this during drought, so it's going to take a little while. And I've placed that in the correct place, so yeah. I don't see the point in having bad water down here anymore. If it's not something we can make run permanently, it's not benefiting the colony, so yeah. Again, I'm going to try and make some progress and I'll come back. We're coming up to the end of the drought and we've got a bunch of stuff done. I am trying to not put in too much more, but I have to admit I'm not being the most successful with that. So what I've done since you guys were here is I think I'd put in this wall, but I thought that it's going to take a while for them to build this because we're going to have to stop them before the drought ends. Is I put in a line of explosives here and I've got this bit here high prioritized as well. And what I'm wondering is if that will, I don't think it will stop all of the bad water, but I think it will help reduce the bad water that goes further down the map. The next time we get a drought, I mean, actually we could then probably the next layer of explosives we could build. No, we can't build the wall. The only way we could build the wall is if we platform. We could actually we could keep building the wall. Let's plan for that. Let's plan for that. And actually that's better because it doesn't encourage beavers to go into the bad side. And I've deleted, no, I haven't deleted too much. So we'll do platforms along to there. We'll do a staircase then, and then we can do a path. And actually that means we need to, bet some of these blocks have got materials in, but we need to replace this again, second time lucky, and we'll be more sensible and we will build it from above. And yes, I know that last piece is not truly necessary, but that's better. they will actually also be able to place that row of explosives. But once the wall is built, then this will dry. It won't dry out. No, we'll have to wait for a drought. But we can get most of the explosives in, and the explosives will be less necessary if we build the wall. So this is in. Starting to dump water, but water dumps are not massively effective, so prioritize this water tank by haulers so that he gets the water he needs to top this up. This is in. We do need to get the stream gauge built to control them, so, and we're working on contamination barriers over here. We stopped the farming because we ran out of space, but we got a nice boost on carrots, which is cool, and we've got this stuff sorted. So let's we're going to be farming this area, so we will need to protect it from bad tide eventually, but for now we're going to kind of wing it. And so we'll put a floodgate there. We will want to have a stream gauge there. Hopefully they can reach that. So, we finished up our other bad water dome over here. So we now have capped off 3 of the bad water sources over here. And I think that means that we should start building our bad water rig over this. And that will cap that one off. So, and we'll then get rid of these because these are not really that necessary. We'll just have a bad water rig that's not particularly heavily manned or beavered. I've also started to put in stuff to clear this down and get it hydrated for farming. That's in, so let's detonate that. Let's put in some triple platforms. We're going to have a bit of path going to there and probably there, and we will do a fluid dump. We will do a stream gauge underneath it. We will do a more water tank with water and obtain. And then we can cover over the rest of this, and we are going to put a farmhouse up here like that. And down here we can detonate this. We probably need to do the old double and a stream gauge in there, and we can actually then platform over the rest of this and use it for things. So, like farm. And think of the, because we can also put some storage on here. So let's do a path like that and delete that corner once it's in, and we can then also do a, we could do a stack of medium. We do, oh, Drought's over. We do medium, long. What we can do is we can stack these up. So just pause it a sec. Oh, yep. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing bad. There are no beavers down there. Good. Delete that. Delete that path. Oh. Oof. Right, let's go back and finish this off, and then we'll come back and have a look at stuff. So, yeah. I think we build a little bit of a storage facility here. Wondering if we want a water dump. We could put a water dump off of the end of that. What we need is we need to do pass. Yeah, we could do a fluid dump like that. And then we could do as many stacks of warehouses as we want. Just do 2 for now. So get that built. And then we'll put some farming in here, right? So that's everything that I've got going on. They've got the first lot of this explosives built. We had a little bit of wheat dye, but not too much. But basically, I want them to finish other bits before we carry on laying more of that explosives. So that's what we're doing. And I've had to get them to build, or I'm getting them to build a little bridge here so we can place that last piece of explosives in the middle. So let's go up here. Bad water is starting to come out. Oh, bad. So we're going to detonate that. And then we need to wait for them to place the rest of these explosives. So, but yeah, I did realize that we could go one deeper here. So I've made these double and triple. So the outflow will be all of this level. So yeah. We need to put the path along the top of the wall so they can get to it. And let's open these up. We need to automate this, but for now we'll just open them up and hopefully water will go the other way because that's kind of the wrong way. But yeah, we'll eventually get there. We need to pause all of you guys. Good, everything will refill and rehydrate. The water pumps have all unpaused. We came through it with a reasonable amount of water left, which is pretty nice. And yeah, this is going to be really cool, especially once we get the cap on this guy, the bad water rig built. As a colony, we do have enough, so I'm going to give that a little bit of priority. And what do we need? This district could do with always metal, always the metal. So we'll set that to obtain metal. Yeah, because that's kind of our big polluter now, until we worry about the other side of the map. But yeah, I'm just going to, you're going to lose game sound for a moment. I just need to check how long I've been rabbiting it away to you guys. We're getting to about the right length, which is cool. So over here, we're not going to be able to see the effect of this really until we sort this out. Oh, cool, this has filled up now. So because of like shortage of beavers, because we constantly have a shortage of beavers, but I'm only going to grow spadadock in here because that only needs to be grilled and we can use it for bot fuel in the future. Right, let's keep going with our contamination barriers. I did spot that, yes, there is some contamination coming through here. Once this is built, that will go away. Yeah, just need them to get all those placed and that'll be good. They're building that wall. And what I think we'll do then, so I'm giving up on the water wheels here. We'll leave the ones that are there, but I'm thinking that with this across here, if we build another barrier across here, we can lose these contamination barriers and we can make this land usable. assuming this outlet is sufficient. And there's kind of a little bit of a race going on between building the wall and building the outlet. We'll see who wins that. I'm just going to let these two plant because I think this district has a massive shortage of beavers for some reason. District centre, district crossing. Oh, because we've got the large water pumps going now. So the smelters aren't built. But we need these guys to pump water for themselves. So it's only going to be for a few days. I also laid out all the explosives to bring the water around here and knock this mountain down. And I moved 2 of the scrap metal flags because we're getting to the point where there's not that much scrap metal left on the top. So we will need to move that. Oh, they got that built. Not too worried about bringing water in here yet. This is another of the long-term projects. They placed all of the explosive down here. But I'm now getting them to focus on some other things. And if we get a bad tide, we will be cutting that off as well. Well, that's all in. So we can detonate that. Setting this up will be a job for next time. This could be a problem. I think this is a problem, in fact, because this is our, this is linked to our dam or our reservoir. So I think we need to quickly try and get some terraforming in there to do that. Why are you not bringing over metal blocks? I need you to bring over metal blocks so we can build this, so we can turn this bit off, although they've nearly got that done. So maybe we don't need you to bring over metal blocks. Maybe we would be better served putting in a warehouse and doing gears. Yeah, because we have gears. Yes, it's already filling up. Oh well. We don't have a big spare warehouse for gears, so let's put that in. Because we're obviously getting on top of our gear production. It's full. Alright. They're getting there. They're getting there. I'm going to, because I'm worried, I'm going to low prioritize a chunk of that. They're actually placing the explosives as they go as well. That's kind of funny. It's producing power, and it will continue to produce some power, but because we can't force these to flow, it seems dumb to me to have this channel of bad water that's only going to be running maybe a third of the time or something. So, yep, right, you're in. You need to be prioritized by haulers, and you can actually plant quite a large area. What crops do we need to get the water in? Get the water in here as well. Let's advance. Oh, we haven't built the stream gauge yet because it's too far from a district. So let's prioritize building those. But what we can do is off of this one, we can attach the stream gauge. And I'm not sure how we set it up yet. It depends how deep it's going to get, I guess. So basically, we want basic when drought starts. So do that. And probably when bad tide starts, do that. Yeah, we need this guy to fill up his. Then we want to attach to stream gauge. There we go. Pause when above 2.6 and unpause when below 2. Yeah, that'll do. So, and I know that I don't need to make it 3 deep. We could probably just make it 1 deep. But my theory is that if we run out of water, it will do something to benefit the plants for a bit longer. So that's why I do it. Yeah, if we actually turn this into a bigger farm area, we might not be so reliant on this satellite farm. We have a bad tide approaching. That's less good. It is less good. That means that we want to delete this and delete this. And as they haven't built that yet, we will just pause that. I think it's because they can't get to it. Yeah, I haven't got some stuff there, but that's okay. So all of our efforts to control bad water are for nothing because we have a bad tide coming. But what we can do is check that this works. We probably therefore want to prioritize getting some of these contamination barriers in to protect the aquatic farm. Because we are going to get bad water ripping through here. Decent supply of actual water. This one doesn't seem to do as well. They don't seem to do as well. Maybe it's because they're so short of beavers. And maybe we should let these guys have the aquatic farm and they live off of grilled spadadoc. Maybe we do that. So we should definitely throw in a grill. And if we're going to do that, I'm going to put in an housing block. And once the spadadoc is online, we'll use that as a source of food. So, right. Keep going with our contamination barriers. We should be able to do about that many. Go. And yeah, the theory with this, obviously, maybe not obviously, is that it keeps the bad water away from most of that. Yeah, you got that, Bill. Our farm is up and hydrated, so, and that's built. So let's delete that. Let's automate this floodgate. 1%, 2%. And what food do we want to grow over here? So there's meat. But we're not producing enough wheat, so we should grow some more wheat. And maybe wheat and then a mixture of potatoes and carrots. So, because I think wheat is probably the higher value food, we're going to grow that up on the high ground where it shouldn't be affected by bad tide. And then I'm going to plant a small area of potatoes here, because bad tide is going to be an issue for us. So until we get this contamination barriered up, bad tide is going to be an issue. I could maybe extend this island around the back here. And there's probably less rush to get these in now as well. All right, so we want to do... I think I'm going to do contamination barriers like that. And we just need to do along there. Just. Guess that's not been planted because of contamination, yeah. Did I did high prioritize those. No, technically I probably don't need that one, but I want to put it in anyway. 1 and a bit days to go. Have we got our bad water rig up? We have. Right, so let's delete you, and we need to put in a staircase and path down to it. I prioritize it, and we're just going to have 1 beaver working in there, because that seems to be all you need, particularly as we now have 2 of these, and they are generally, I was going to say doing a pretty good job, but we're a little bit low on bad water, but there's quite a lot over here, so yeah. Oh, awesome, they've got all of that explosives in, so let's delete that. Did our new explosives factory get built? That I'm not sure of. Let's whiz over here, and it did. It did, and it's working. We are quite short of beavers over here, but I don't want to expand the population until the farming situation has improved. So pause that one, because I think these can plant all of that. And if so, what kind of depth are we at now in here? We're at 0.23, so stream gauge low threshold. If it's below 0.28, it goes to there. If it's above 0.2, go to 1. So you can be wheat set to supply. You can be potatoes set to supply. You can be potatoes set. I'm just for now, I'm just gonna do this. We'll change it once we've got more done, and then we attach you to that stream gauge. Pause if you're above 0.2. Give me 0.2, 0.9. Unpause if below 0.22. Don't know if that might not be that it's not running all of the time. 0.9, because that's enough to hydrate the whole area, so that works. And we'll just have to see what happens with the bad tide. So they got those in, they have. So let's do a few more. And no, not that, not that. That's the benefit of having this made out of terrain, is that we can put contamination barriers on top of it. So, right, this is still not in, so that's okay. We'll just let them keep blowing that. Here comes the awfulness. Yeah. Oh, pause. Attach the stream gauge. Let's close that one up first. Oof. Attach the stream gauge. I forgot to do this. Low. High, because that's already at 24% contaminated. Hopefully that won't get in and kill all of the good stuff off. The fact that there's a bit of good water sat there is going to help for a bit, and this is part of why I've got the idea that I want to do. This is pulling through the bad water, and you can keep pumping for a bit. One of you can keep pumping, and one of you can keep pumping, and we can now delete the bridge and explode all of this. And have I just done a... Nope, I was really worried then. I was going to be sending all of the water flowing into the aquatic garden, but I didn't. So power, medium, vertical framed flywheel. 1, 2, 3 of those, and then we can build something on top. So this is now running and producing our bad water. Obviously less of an impact with what we've done or with the bad tide. So we'll see how this works out. Yeah. I think that we're done for now. Not we're done for, but we're done for now. So, yeah. Just going to make a little thumbnail of our new aquatic garden. I kind of like that. Was that the thing that made you click on the video? Probably not. Yeah. Totally different video to the last one that I recorded for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, I am stopping. I really am. I don't want to forget to put the bridge across there. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. Comments, questions or suggestions, stick them below. They are always welcome. This is, I'm going to copy from JC the Beard. This is a let's play, not a watch me play. The last bit is his bit. I appreciate your input and feedback and ideas. If I forget you've given me an idea, that's on me, not you. And I do appreciate you pointing things out to me, because you might catch things before I do, which is always helpful. Yeah, so far that land has not been too contaminated. You are up. So that's good. This water is clean, which is good. We probably need a water tank here, and we could maybe replace that with a small covered tank. So yeah, we haven't got too much building queued up, so I was going to say I might let time progress while we're between videos, but actually we're in a pretty good place. So put that up so it doesn't fill up with bad water. But the plan is to make use of this area and farm something on it, probably trees. We could now make use of this island. That might need to be a separate colony in this corner, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to go now. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.